Let's welcome to the show Senator Eric Schmitt from Senate Armed Services. Senator, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on, and congratulations with your new appointment to Senate Armed Services. It's good to see you. This story, House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan today said his committee conducted, a transcribed interview with an FBI whistleblower for their hearing for Thursday on the politicization of the DOJ and FBI. What concerns you about this? Because we've got at least a dozen FBI whistleblowers speaking out to the GOP lawmakers.
Well, it's very concerning. You got the weaponization now of a lot of important government agencies, including the FBI. When I was Attorney General, we actually filed that landmark lawsuit against the Biden administration colluding with big tech to censor speech. We took the deposition of Elvis Chan, who was giving monthly then weekly briefings to big tech companies like Facebook and Twitter. Even though they had the Hunter Biden laptop in their possession, we're talking about it being Russian disinformation. So I'm encouraged by the investigation that the House is doing right now. We need more of this to expose it, because the American people deserve more than a political bent to important law enforcement agencies.
So to your point, Hunter Biden, this story coming in, reportedly wanted an office at the president's think tank, the Penn Biden Center, back in 2016. This is according to reports about emails on his laptop. That's where classified U.S. documents were found. And in less than a year, Hunter Biden reportedly was working with China's energy giant, CEFC, and getting millions of dollars working with them on energy deals.
It's why these investigations are really important. And by the way, also worth pointing out that Hunter Biden had access to the garage that was supposedly locked with Joe Biden's Corvette with top secret documents too. So this is all very concerning. You put on top, brick by brick here, this laptop, which, needs to be exposed, and who knows what's going to happen with that. You've got the top secret documents in a garage that Hunter Biden had access to, and then now wanting to work for the Penn Biden Center that was being funded by foreign countries. This is serious stuff that's worthy of an investigation.
Senator, also this, the Washington Free Beacon is reporting, based on Department of Education records, that China, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Turkey reportedly poured tens of millions of dollars into the University of Delaware since that school launched its own version of a Biden think tank called the Biden Institute, led by his sister. So when you look at these numbers, they're pretty striking. This is where, by the way, Biden has about 1,900 boxes, 1,875 boxes of Senate papers housed at the University of Delaware. Why is it so secretive? How come nobody is allowed to look into what those Senate records are? How can any president think that he's allowed to keep that secret from America when our men and women fought for potentially classified information? Again, we don't know if it's in his Senate papers, but that's a mystery right now, right, Senator?
Yeah, the American people deserve to know and how far this goes. And I would also point out that just a couple weeks ago, the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Panel was denied information, and the Department of Justice is right in the middle of this. So these are very concerning revelations, and it feels like every week there's something new that causes greater and greater concern. It's certainly the constitutional duty of the Senate to provide oversight and do these investigations along with the House, and that's exactly what we should be doing right now.
Got it. Senator Schmitt, thanks for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure having you on.